So I am right now at Perfume Terrace. 1 hour early. No lift, take the stairs. So yeah. Oh my god. What is that? Okay, so it's a 0238D. It's a very interesting location. A lot of the independent creators, they use it as their office. Some is a walk-in studio. Last time the Ella Studio was here as well. Hello. Yes. Oh yeah, I took my things here. Indonesian food. Yes, hi, yeah, correct. I just taking some videos.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Oh no worries.
My name is Grace.
Yes, hi Grace. I'm Clement, the artist setting up one to help out for the charity.
Awesome. We are helping, Emily and Doumini also.
Okay, so
logistics.
they are inside.
Yeah,
so
they're inside.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a no shoe space.
Oh, all right.
Like a home.
I got it.
Free.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Hello, hi, I'm Clement. Hello, yes, hi, yes,
Hi,
yes, nice to meet you. Yes. Okay, let's set up. And it's done. I did it in 30 minutes. Yeah. This table is using panels. So yeah, the modular table. So this is how the back looks like. The stock. I bought all my Kueh stuff. The book. So 50% of this sales made will go to the donation drive here for this event. So then the one new thing I made is that this they come board. So here. So how it works is that it's a random thing. So you just per try, $2 per try, and then you can pick one. Our group. And so then the price here is indicated behind, and then you can claim the price from here. So it's all different alphabets. This is how the setup would be. So the event is going to start. There's a ticket, $30, but you can get 6 servings of kueh. So look at the kueh. So many wonderful kueh. There's a pulut hitam. There's a looks like a dada. It's a bahulu, bandang bahulu. This is the halam manis. So yeah, the postcard for free. Yeah, it's all here. So the miso kueh.
On the way.
Oh no worries.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw your preparation stream.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
I am happy to say that the Kueh Picnic went smoothly. In that 3 hours time span, I was able to collect $220 in sales, and as promised, half of that proceed, which was $110, I donated to help fund the new building for the non-profit Museum of Food.
Doing something.
Let's go gambling! Oh, dang it!
Please.
So now it's 8:40. We are at Suntec. I just reached. It's about 40 minutes from Tampines, and for Doujima they are doing the Doumini. Doumini will open its door for setup at 9 p.m. I don't even remember where I am. Hello. Thank you. So this is the pass for day 1 and day 2. We're going to wait for the door to open at 9 p.m. then we set up. So So now time, doors open, going in to set up. So yeah, the one thing I like about Doujima is that the organizer, they try to let us set up the day before. So it's nice because usually Suntec is very strict with the hall opening, because when you open the day before, you have to pay the rental. So I think it's always nice to have the opportunity to set up earlier, so that in case I forget stuff, I can come back tomorrow and prepare. There's no number, so okay. So that reminds me, I have to bring a table number. I need to print my own label for tomorrow. So that's a good thing that if some set up today, then you know what you do not have. Okay, there's no number here. I'm going to take a look at the floor plan. C56. The corner. This row here. Yeah, it's this. Here, it's here. So we have a corner, which is nice. Why you take the corner? It's the corner side.
Okay. Once again, I don't need the centerpiece. You can build the centerpiece. Like you can use your stuff on the centerpiece.
I will have two panels, two columns.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
I'll take the third column and
Yeah, third and fourth lah. So because 120, then 30. You're using the 30 centimeter panel for it.
is it the biggest one? You can only build 3.
Oh, then yours 35. If it's 30, you can build 4.
Is it able to connect to the 35? No, right?
Can't, because there's a height difference. Never mind, just build. Don't have to connect. Yeah. So alright, I will set up. Do a time skip, and then Fai will be my partner for Doumini. No, I'm just yeah. It's a cat festival happening at the same weekend, and public gardens over there. Same floor as the Doujin Mini.
Everyone, good luck, have fun, enjoy the show.
So I still, the doors open today at 12 p.m. Tomorrow Sunday they will open at 11. Today later, because the Doujima like to provide additional time in 1 hour for the first day, so we can have enough ample time to set up. But I'm almost done. The doors have opened, so yeah. Anyway, let's just continue finishing the final touches. So it's my first time participating in a STEM rally to here. So this is the STEM card. So I'm one of the participating booth. Here, the stickers, follow right here. Oh, look at it. We even have the gold foil. So this is the one I did. Yeah, and last but not least, the stem. This is I did a nice nature. Okay.
Is it this?
Yes, correct. That's the one. Thank you. To see this in person. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. So this is mine in comparison.
About the claw
Yeah.
machine and this one.
Yes,
the
correct. The racetrack. Yeah. So I'm going to pass this in case they need. This stem rally here is the one organized. Hello. You still have enough for this? I have the extra here. So, look at 5 Q. So the time now is 6. We still have 2 hours before the event ends for day 1. Day 1 ends at 8 p.m. Because we start late today, so we start at 12 p.m. So then now it ends at 8. And I noticed there's not too many people, so it's a good time to walk around. So you can see my table here, and here neighbor. Awesome display. I can walk around. So from what I noticed is that the Doumini this time around, they put the VTubers in this section here, so it's very easy for fellow fans. They can just walk around and then they have all the similar interests. VTubers are all together in the same area, the section here. So it stretches away all the way to there. So the Uma Musume also, they are grouped together. I think the fans do overlap.
I carved already, and the back is resin. I made the backing myself, so I can cut. That's why all of them is like color coded. I can see the form.
Yeah, it's so smart that you even put the sample here so people don't have to find out.
Because I didn't realize some of them is like the chatino is a bit hard to see, like very hard to see. But actually the stem is very cute, so I didn't prefer to see it. Like last time when I made, I just wanted to make the rubber part. Then I realized very hard to hold. So that's why I started making the backing myself.
To grip it. Oh, this is so long.
Sorry. Originally, I started this stamp thing just to encourage people to write letters to the devil. Because there's people telling me they don't handwrite it because they cannot draw the handwriting. I was like, if you cannot draw, I can help you with the cannot draw part below. Yeah.
Yeah, we like this. So I was thinking of walking around tomorrow. Usually I do this day 2 because day 2 tend to be less crowded. But I noticed that not a lot of people now, so then why not just take a look day 1. So Doumini, this is the first time Doujima is doing a mini version of it. Yeah, so yeah, Kola is here. Yes, hello. I'll continue. Iceberry, Asana is here. Rakanhui. I think there's about, I'm not really sure how many tables are there. If I do a quick math, maybe it's around 200 from the looks of it. So it's one hall. The entrance and exit is here. So I noticed that the public garden, from what I heard, is that there is a queue outside. Doumini is not too bad. Hello. Everything okay? Why you always so lucky get the near the entrance kind of thing?
I didn't pay for near entrance.
Oh, okay. That's why every time I see you, it's like
I always
it's
okay.
yeah.
What's the distance there?
For me, it's quite slow.
Huh.
Yeah, quite slow. But my partner doing very well because she collect a lot of pre-order.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people chiong in today, right?
Yeah.
Pre-order.
Yeah. So for me, it's just I never do any advertising. So no marketing, no catalog, no nothing. So I'm just going in empty, blind. Yeah.
So it's, like very
Yeah.
just low.
Yeah. Low key. Yeah.
Key
Correct.
Got me back alright?
I got me back, but then because I do split, I share then I split. So then if I were to do it alone, I have not made it back yet, but very close. So you can really tell how much.
Yeah, I got number.
Yeah, I got number already. Yeah. My friends say that the public garden long queue is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know.
So I went to the toilet, the toilet, the queue cannot.
Oh, you had
I
to,
came back in for the toilet.
yeah, go this one. You go outside. Yeah.
So it's cheaper.
Okay. So I am using a mini cam, so you can see my viewfinder is here. Alright. Hello, where's the artist?
For a while.
Oh, okay. I'll come back, I guess. Very good displays all around. Hello, how's everything? Yeah, not bad. Yeah, it's the same for me. Quite slow. Yeah.
I think a lot of people spend too much at Comic-Con and AFA.
Yeah, I guess, I believe so. Yeah. Good Frollo cosplay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Quite thin. This you can push.
Yeah, you can push it. They open up.
Secret banner.
You can get things.
Oh, there's a crucified doll up there.
Yeah, because we name our booth after this character.
So everything is good. It's quite good today.
Yeah, really good today actually. So we expected crowd to be 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then we didn't expect everyone just come early. So I think from morning till around 4 o'clock, right? Yeah, morning till around 4 o'clock was just constant sales. Over and over again. Then only now we got a break.
Wow, that's great, man.
So yeah, we had a stamp rally that was going on, and there was another one that was going. So basically, what happened was people would just go to one booth, then we advertise the stamp rally, then everyone gets sales. So ended up this.
It worked out very well. Yeah.
I sold out on 2 charms, and then I think I'm going to sell out on that last one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I did really well this time.
That's good to know. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy yourself.
I couldn't finish everything I wanted to like first time.
This is my first of the 3. Next week I have another event, and next week I have another event.
Is it year one?
Yeah, year 1. So
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Sushi, can I introduce you?
Yeah, hello. Yeah.
This is Sushi. This is how we organize them.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw your videos. Thank you.
Oh no. No.
Fans.
Thank you.
So this is Kueh.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for the way.
Yes. Okay.
Morning was hectic because Shiro's actually really popular in the fandom.
Ah, okay.
Her stuff has been selling like crazy. If you realize, the entire row here is one
I'm very surprised. Yeah, it's like it's from where? Starting from where? There is one fandom. Is it from here?
From there, the red print,
Ah, yeah. Oh.
So apparently the booth organizers they
Yeah,
said that they will.
They did for my side also they did put all the like the VTubers all together. So
I see.
it is quite clear that they tried their best. Yeah.
Double-edged sword because the Pokemon corner is in front of me.
Oh, then you had to spend money. Yeah.
I already bought two playmats and I think a couple dozen charms. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for sharing. Okay. I'll see you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I walk most of the places. I might skip a few booths, but otherwise it is a pretty nice convention. There is literally a mini version of Doujima. Doesn't feel too overcrowded in terms of tables. Yeah, it's true that for me sales has been rather slow for day 1. I don't expect day 2 to be any improvement, but I have no complaints. Otherwise. So today is Doumini Day 2 Sunday, and the time here, I have this clock here is using the PM AM PM system. So it's right now 1 PM. I got it as a gift. Then here, this is how my new booth setup looks like. I didn't have the time to talk about it yesterday, but because today there's more free time, I guess. I'm trying to change, so the difference compared to the previous booth setup is that this right now, it's not very obvious, but I changed to the 30 centimeter panel, so it's like this 30 by 30 centimeter. Used to use the 35 centimeter, so 35 is by comparison, you can see that the difference is like this. This is the buy side. She's using a 35. 35 is very common. I had a tough time trying to find 30 centimeter. With Kayat help, I was able to get this. So I'm using this, but then because of that, I had to make a lot of changes to my configuration. So I have been trying to change this to a yellow setup. Or I don't know, I'm just trying to make it to a more cohesive brand color. I decided that yellow would be a good fit for me. I wanted to do something more earthly, like brown, green, but then because brown and green quite common in the boothing scene, so I decided to choose the yellow. But then it's halfway, didn't have enough time. So but then change it to yellow, then add decorations to it. But yeah, so this is quite packed. I'm in this transition period where one table, 1.2 meter table, is too large for me. But then if I do a split, 60 centimeter, I end up having not enough space. 1.2 too much, and the 60 centimeter not enough for me. So here I have it just for fun, is the silent witness. So this is given to me by my close friend. Here this side is Pai side. See whether she's free. Hello Pai. Hello, I'm recording now. Yeah, both made. Yeah, you can hold it. I'm not very familiar with your friend. You are the one that have a very huge community, correct?
Yeah, it's mainly Project SEKAI. So this entire place is Project SEKAI. And my course is also Project SEKAI. So that's like the main thing I'm saying.
Who is this character?
It's Sushiro from Project SEKAI.
Rui.
This guy. this guy. Anyone that's purple is him. Not the one from FNAF, but the purple guy.
I don't understand that, but yeah, I think anyone who watches this video might. Yeah. So Project SEKAI is your main fandom.
Yeah, it's my main fandom because it's my biggest hyperfixation.
There's some reverse here.
Unfortunately, clearing them.
Yeah, that's why it was so high. So how difficult to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. These are Delta Rune. So this one is Delta Rune. Delta Rune.
I saw a lot of cosplay of Delta. This character here.
Yeah, he has I made it such that it's double side. And then this is my favorite character now. She has a very interesting story for the other ending called Snowgrave. It's a whole different pathway that you can take when playing the game. Then this is to be Hero X. So anyone watching the video, I would suggest you to watch this.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, I saw a few clips of it, but I have not watched it myself.
This one I cannot flip. There's a spoiler behind.
Oh, if let's say I'm a person, I flip it
It's
myself.
not too bad or a spoiler because it will make you want to watch the show. But if people don't know the show yet, they actually don't think that it will be a spoiler.
How was the event so far? Now, I mean, we're not at the end of the event yet. Maybe I should ask you later.
For now, post day one thought, I would say that it's very busy at the start. So because both of us are both in like STEM rallies, so for my STEM rally, you have very limited prizes. Then we inform them if you want to like get the limited stamps, you have to come earlier. So people will rush immediately when the doors are.
Okay. That's actually a very, very good idea. Next time, if I ever do a STEM rally again, I will do that. Okay, but thank you. I will catch up with you later. Okay. Yep. Tomorrow.
It's not at the end.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday. Yeah. Hello. What privilege? They give you media pass.
And video pass and the free merch inside.
Yeah. So this the Doujima special.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doumini.
Their exclusive merch.
There's a lot of papers. All of these drawn by.
That's cool.
The artist is minimalist, I think.
Minimal. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, it's quite cute. Very nice.
Yeah, now it's 3:40. So Doujin Mini not so much of queue, but it's still okay. So a long queue to Public Garden. I used to be able to access to Public Garden directly just to the doorstep, but then this time round, wow, it's so crowded and they even have a queue from the floor below. And it's apparently raining. There's a downpour here. Yeah, I didn't know it's raining because when you're inside the hall, you kind of like lost track of time and lost track of the weather outside. So now, yeah, here's the boss.
Remember my Tanukins, right?
Yeah.
So now it's Tanukins 0.
Yeah.
Because the original account, the one that I was slowly building for
Yeah.
like 5 years,
Correct.
it got taken down.
Wait, no. So is it the one I'm following?
Yes.
So for our house, I think the crowd is like, don't have to say it's quite slow, very slow. I mean Sunday's always like that. Yeah.
I think it's convention fatigue.
Yeah.
Plus
It is.
ongoing events. It's all the worst factors to possibly get combined. I usually just use this time to like browse the other booths, check with my
Yeah, correct. Catch up with everyone else. I don't think it will get better. So rest of the day, usually Sunday is like if day one doesn't really do that well, then day two is it's going to be half of what it is
I
yesterday.
think it will peak at around 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't think there's going to be much. I guess for any other artists, you can't really blame yourself because you can see that no one's walking by to see or look at your stuff also. So if it doesn't sell, then it's not your fault. It's just that there's nobody.
We always hope for the better lah. I mean like
Very Pokemon.
I mean yeah lah, this is what it is lah. Nobody behind.
Because on here.
All here.
Behind the person.
Yeah, how's the day? Better than yesterday? Oh, but very slow. Yeah, I was walking out just to take the capture the queue. There's a long queue. Yeah, long queue to Public Garden from downstairs.
Yeah, I saw there's
Yeah.
like 3 rows. Even
Yeah.
the Cat Expo got queue.
I do not know lah, but
lah.
yeah. But I know yesterday the queue was very long for Cat Expo. But I'm very amazed that Public Garden they have, because usually Public Garden like last year end of year I can just walk in. There was no queue.
Because they couldn't like too many people inside.
Oh, so they had to control lah. Oh, okay.
Inside is empty.
Okay, but I think to create queue, you know, Singaporeans love to queue, so they will just like to jump in on the bandwagon. So,
Brighter than.
Wow, can selfie.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
I like some old auntie discovering the technology for the first time.
No, it's not very discreet, so then people don't even know it's filming. In fact, Doumini, because Doujima, they don't allow recording.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm not breaking the rule because artists you can. It's yeah, so yeah. But visitor cannot. Yeah, no, he said I came to visit the girl here, right? They say he went out.
Yeah, I went out.
I went for quite a while.
Yeah.
Then I came back, then it's still. Yeah. How's the event so far?
For a first time event, it's actually not bad.
Oh.
Especially considering it's competing with, I guess, the Garden Cat Festival.
Yeah. Cat Festival, your favorite there because it's probably fair.
Yeah.
The fair company. Yeah.
Yes.
For me, it's, my side quite so-so. Not that good.
Not that good.
Yeah, but I don't mind because that means I have more stock I can carry over.
Right.
So I got 2 other events I need to worry about.
Oh man, then after, you still have EOY.
Yeah. Come and join us, EOY.
Okay, I mean on the day itself, if I say I want to,
Maybe can. You can try lah, you can try. Yeah, you can see from here. Yeah, I just here to do some vlogging. Right, then, my sales isn't that great for the 2 days. I think it might be one of the lower in terms of local event. But I still do enjoy this event as it is.
It's just today was a bit slower.
Yeah, Sunday is usually slower.
Yeah, it's just scarily slow, especially the beginning part. But
There's a lot of factors. Like right now, I think it's still raining.
it is?
Yeah, it was raining quite heavily earlier on. Then there was a whole crowd queue thing with public garden, so it was quite obstructive because usually they don't do queuing.
have you been to?
I always usually visit public garden, right? But this is their first time doing a crowd control. So the crowd control is very strict to the point that some of my friends they want to go to this event, then they mistakenly queue for the queue downstairs, which leads to public garden. So it's quite confusing, and I feel that's very obstructive. Even though it doesn't overlap with what we are selling here as Fandom and compared to their original stuff. I wish event didn't clash, but something in general is always overbooked, but it's okay. I think, do you have any other events next year in plan already?
I really confirmed Doujin. I would love to go for Doujin Fest again. I had a good experience with Doujin Fest. I can apply for that again. How about you? Have you had any?
I only applied one, and then it went through. It was for Maozora Market. You know the one by Hanami Market. Organizer. So they make a new one. Then so my friend applied, and then I just joined in as a share. Yeah.
The show is now closed, and we would like to kindly invite any visitors who are still in the hall to make your final purchases because the hall is now closed.
Okay. What's your closing thought? Yeah, just a simple. How's the event? Like overall, the 2 days. Yeah.
I think it's quite fun because I'm on a corner booth, so it's like a lot more space.
Okay, I mean, it was by chance that we got a corner booth.
Yeah, and a lot of like people that I know here are boothing also. So it's like quite enjoyable to like talk to people also.
Yeah, so you had a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you come for the vibes, it's a good vibe. I will say you will enjoy it.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Okay, I don't think we will be seeing each other for quite a while now because I heard you're going overseas.
Yeah, I'm going overseas.
Okay, then who knows when you come back now then.
Come back, yeah. See if I booth again.
Okay, hopefully you will.
Enjoy your time at CF and you are
Yes.
3 back-to-back events.
Yes.
Insane.
Yeah, thank you. I had fun tabling with you, even if it's not much. Yeah.
My honor, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye.
Doors are closed at 7 o'clock, but yeah, I already just finished packing everything. Thank you so much, Doumini. It was the first Doumini ever, but it also was a great time. So yes, time to go and see you guys later.
So it's the first time I'm alone here. Sushiro is at the Tampines hub. Yeah, my first time here. It's been open for quite a while. Yeah, this is the one. So my friend Alchemaniac, he recommended me to try this. That's why I'm specifically here today to get this. Let's see how it looks like in person. And of course, to celebrate Singapore National Day, let's get this as well. So this is the one that Alchemy recommended me to try. It's a hot dog sausage, and you can see here Sushi Dog. It's just sausage on rice, okay. Okay, pretty gimmicky, but you know, today I've been working quite hard already to prepare for the upcoming events, and I decided, you know what, I take a day off today. First time I'm coming alone to Sushiro to have a late lunch, dinner kind of thing. Yeah, let's eat. Yeah, it's just what you would expect from a hot dog with rice. It's definitely extremely gimmicky. Yeah, hello. So I am recording today at the National Day, Singapore National Day, Independence Day, August 9. So as you know, so you can tell that when it is being recorded, I decided to pick this place because it's at least somewhere different than my regular spot, usually at indoors, right? So we have a change of scenery this time around. And yeah, we talk about Doumini. It's been almost 9 months since then, but Doumini took place in December 2025. Now it's 2026, August. So it's a long overdue event vlog, but at least here I am, I can talk about it on National Day. Doumini is short for Doujin Market Mini. It is pretty much from the same organizer of Doujin Market, a very popular event in Singapore. We call it, at least I short it as Doumini. It's a 2-day event, it's a ticketed event as well. And we'll talk about the numbers. Table itself is 1.2 meter. I was sharing with Pai. Pai, she was someone I met in one of the very early events. I think it was Doki Doki. Most time you can go back and watch that vlog of Doki Doki in 2 years ago. The table itself, the rented original early bird price, is $350. So I took the early bird, I was sharing, so we split it between the two of us, so it's $175. Now my sales for Doumini is 707. I have put somewhere my breakdown of sales. I'm not going to elaborate too much about it, but generally the sales numbers is kind of average for me in terms of events. It's not that great because after subtracting the table fee 175, then my expenses including the stock, the cost price, maybe I took back a profit of around $250, around there, give and take. So it's not really that good for a 2-day event, but I can understand because Doumini is a first time event. It is from Doujin Market, but it's still considered its own first time event for Doumini. And why I say that is because even though it's being marketed as part of Doujin Market, itself hasn't really gained a lot of traction. From what I've been asking around my friends, people who are not so much into the artist alley, the scene, they did not know about Doumini all the way until the start of the event itself. Most people weren't aware that it was happening. So maybe you can say that the marketing wasn't done very well, but I can understand because usually for first time events, you can't expect too much, right? It's not so realistic. You think, for example, Sobi first time event, it was quite not that packed compared to their second event. Second event was much better. It's always like this. It's the nature of things, right? So for first event, I treat it as such. So expectations have to be kept at this realistic line, right? And otherwise, if you treat it as it is, as an independent event, it's not a bad event. I would say it actually did what it was expected to do. You can treat it as a Doujin Market, Doujima, right? You treat it as Doujima, but the mini version of it, literally the mini version. So the Doujin Market has about maybe 600, more than 800 booths.
Doumini was around 200 tables, so it's definitely a significant difference in terms of tables. But when I registered for Doumini early on, I was hoping it could be about much smaller. I was expecting it to be a smaller scale event, like something along the line of like the first Vandamu or the Doujin Fest, that type of level where you have under 100 tables. So 200 tables, I would still consider it not a small event, but more of a medium-sized, moderate convention. So yeah, mini, not so mini after all. I still remember back then when Doujima, right, the first 2-3 rendition of Doujima, it took place in Skate. So there's some photos from this blog. Yeah, you can see I'm there somewhere. So back then, I was hoping that mini would means that it would take a ballroom size or maybe some kind of a room, they split into multiple rooms, and you have it much more cozier type of ambience environment. Of course, this is not so realistic. If you have it so small, then obviously you won't have enough tables to accommodate so many people as well. So I would say that it's not the fault of Doumini, but it's just something that of my wishful thinking. I was hoping it would be that, but it clearly wasn't, right? But it's okay, this is just something I would have wished it would be, but expectation and reality is different. So it's a ticketed event, so which means that you have very little window shoppers. So people who were going to Suntec on that weekend, they clashed with 2 other events. It was Public Garden and this Cat Festival, correct? Those 2 events, it's hard to not clash because Suntec is a very popular venue. Doumini opened very early in terms of application. So when you look at the calendar, you wouldn't know what other events would be happening in the same venue, the same floor. And unfortunately in Doumini's case, it clashed with giants. Public Garden, Cat Festival, those 2 events, especially Public Garden, it was a free entry event. They garner so much traffic, so much crowd, to the point that the crowd, the queue was going all the way from the floor to the other floor below, the escalator. They were queuing up literally on the escalator itself. And it confuses some of the visitors for Doumini because I have customers telling me that they thought the queue was leading up to Doumini, but it turns out it's a Public Garden, so they queue for nothing. They have to go into another event. It's literally affected Doumini's performance. In the past events of Public Garden, they did not really control the queue. There wasn't this type of prior experience where people had to queue to get in. But this time around, they decided to try to exercise some form of crowd control, and then leading up to this type of queue, and then it created confusion because nobody knows what to expect. Very unlucky series of events, which is again not the fault of the Doumini event or the organizer. It's just you can't help it, right? It's external factors. Doumini at a table of a 1.2 meter table, so it's kind of the standard for Doujin Market. The one thing good is that they have a walking space. It's quite broad, but the back where the artist space itself was a bit cramped. Plus my side with fire, we really make a mess behind our table, so it's not very pleasing to look at. It was kind of cramped, like in between the artist tables. They practice the same thing for the Doujima. Doujima, they go with the kind of like the bare minimum. Bare minimum as in some events they will play music, they have performances. Doujima or Doumini, they both don't do that kind of things. Customers, the artists themselves, they can focus on just browsing. It creates this good enough experience. It's the kind of same nitpick issues like the table number non-existent. It's always a thing with Doujima. I'm not going to go rambling about it. It's the usual stuff. At least now you know what to expect, right? If you have been to other Doujima events, you have a van at them. It's pretty much the same, just Doumini, smaller edition, that's all. Cheaper as well. Oh yeah, so one thing I noticed about Doumini, I'm not very certain if they actually did this, but I feel based on my own observation is that they tried to group similar fandoms. So like VTuber, my whole lane was pretty much filled with VTuber related merch, at least the ones that they are more hyper-focused on it. Then there are the opposite side, they have more Uma Musume. Then at the back, middle, they had miscellaneous gacha games fandom, then you have another role for Honkai Genshin. At least I think that Doumini tried to group fandom together, which is a difficult thing to do because every artist, a lot of artists, they don't just specialize, they don't just focus on one fandom, and Doumini, they try to do it, which is what I do appreciate because it's not easy. And it does help to make the customer browsing experience much better because now you have everything more streamlined, more close proximity. If you're doing something that's related to a stamp rally, they are also very in the same vicinity, very close by. So it's more of a convenience, but of course, I can understand why a lot of events don't do it. It's not easy. It's not easy to curate and go through every single artist table. I feel that Doumini tried to do it and it seemed to have some success to it. Pretty good. Doujima, the main event, Doujin Market, it usually takes place in May. Right, in the first half of the year. Doumini is the end of the year. I understand that the organizer, they were trying to consider what dates to pick. According to the organizer, that most people voted for December. Now for me, initially I was thinking why December, because December seems to be very packed in terms of events. A lot of events happen near the end of the year. Take for example, AFA, Singapore Comic Con, they were in the late November. Then leading up to December, you have things like EOY, some other events, for example, Public Garden. They tend to generally have the end of the year slot as well. Then for me, I go to Malaysia, KL, so then it's Comic Fiesta in December. So there is, when it comes to events, there is quite a lot to pick from. So I kind of personally was against the idea of having Doumini in December. But after experiencing the event, I have to agree that this makes sense. This makes sense for Doumini to be in December because first off, it's 6 months from at least half year away from the Doujima. So that is this even kind of split from the main event. And secondly, I have to consider that not a lot of artists is like me. So for example, if you are a well-established artist who regularly booth, you go for the big events, AFA, Comic Con, they are expensive. One table could be about $1,000 Singapore dollars. Very, very steep price. If you are a newcomer, you can't really afford that. So that's out of question. Then you may not want to consider traveling overseas. So then any convention that is not in Singapore is out of the factor as well. Then EOY is not for everyone because it's there's performances, it's more focused on that. There's a different type of demographic. I can understand. So once you put in all these things into consideration, then you realize that there isn't really a choice for newcomers, for people who just want to table, do not want any distraction. They just want to simply sell their merch, to meet their fans, just to mingle with the community. Then that is where Doumini fills in this space here, this gap, right? And it makes sense. Doumini definitely feels like it's a good fit for December. So Doumini again is happening this year. I'm not sure the application is still open, but maybe you can consider sharing. If you have somebody that you know already has a table in Doumini, then you can do a share. Initially, when I signed up for Doumini, it was a solo table. I intended to be doing it independently. Around the time of August, I reached out and said that she's looking for someone to share an event. Then I decided, hey, you know what? I have a table that I'm doing it myself. I asked Pai if she would be willing to share with me for Doumini. Then she agreed. And of course, this is very, very important, is that you need to let the organizer know. You can't just really just add in a friend and then you pretend under table agreement organizer doesn't know. That is not a good practice. Please at least ask for the organizer permission. So which I did. I sent an email to the Doujin Market organizer team. Then they approved Pai to be in the event. They checked through her portfolio. They gave the green light. Then only after that, I told Pai that okay, we can do it together for this last year's Doumini. So if you are going to do that, please go through the proper email exchange. Make sure that the organizer is in the loop. Why email? Because at least you have the evidence. You have the paper trail that everything has been greenlit. So yeah, this was what happened with me and Pai.
On a side note, as it has been a good 9 months after the first Doumini, I DM'd Pai to ask if her opinion on the event had changed since then. One thing was that she felt that it being in December was a drawback in her opinion, due to the same reason I had mentioned prior to this about how event-packed the end of the year already is. Pai still do think that the first Doumini Artist Alley was done pretty well, but at the same time, the event itself didn't offer anything else, which was a pity. Having a corner booth really helped a lot, and she is grateful for that. All in all, an overall positive experience for her, and it helped that many of her mutuals were a part of Doumini last year. Thank you, bye.
This event, Doumini, was the start of my 3 events back to back. So last year I had Doumini happen, then the following week was Comic Festa. I had to travel to KL, then after that right after Comic Festa I returned to Singapore to attend EOY. So it was a 3 events back to back every single weekend, right, consecutively. And it really put stress, unexpected burden on me. After the experience, right, I definitely didn't want to do something like that again, to have 3 events in a row. Because one thing especially is that I realized when you do events like this, you don't have time to stock take. You don't have time to order any last minute new restock. When it comes to Doumini and before Doumini, I had to make sure I had enough merchandise to last me for the next 3 events. And that's why I think when I was editing this video, I realized I sounded really very off. I was really like not in the mood, the right mood to vlog. Yeah, I think a lot of people realized it as well when they were talking to me. It's like I feel like I'm my body is there, but my mind is somewhere else, right? Very distracted. Right? And yeah, so I wasn't really in the best headspace when I was boosting at Doumini. Not the event's fault, it's just that it's due to the things leading up to it. It was very stressful. But I had a new job. I was still trying to attune to the new environment and things like that. It's a very stressful period of time for me. But okay, now that I look back, yeah, definitely it was an experience. But because of that, I definitely felt that I didn't want to do a 3 event back to back again. This year, it seems that the events are lining up: Doumini, Comic Festa, EOY. And if I want to attend EOY and Comic Festa, I told myself I cannot do another Doumini, unfortunately. It's not because the event was bad, and I feel that the second Doumini would perform better than the first Doumini, because like I said earlier, first time events generally are more lukewarm because people are still trying to get the feel of it, both the artist and the customer. So it needs time to build its reputation, its marketing, everything, to establish a spot in the event scene. Because I knew I want to have Comic Festa and EOY for personal reasons, I have to drop Doumini. This is really just a me issue. I just cannot have Doumini in my calendar. So this is why I'm not attending this year's 2026 Doumini. Otherwise, I feel that Doumini has a place to stay in Singapore's event lineup. It definitely feels particular niche for the entry-level artists or someone that they are still trying to get a footing. It will be a good experience, it will be a good convention to attend. So I think the fireworks are coming up for the NDP. So I will end the video here. So thank you for watching. As usual, I will try to do the edit for my next vlog. It will be Aozuwa Market. We will be zooming back to 2026 Aozuwa Market. It's a new event, so it's another first time event that I'll be talking about. Otherwise, if you're watching this video right now when it's being uploaded, I will also be attending this Random World. It's at Suntec again. But Random World is not my first time boosting at Random World. I have a vlog for Random World. Come and say hi at that event. There's a lot of other wonderful booths. If you're interested in TCGs, they have a lot of card vendors as well. So come and take a look. It's free admission. Okay, I will see you guys whenever, wherever. Hey, bye bye.